Recently, the Paleo Diet has been on everyone's lips as more and more people are interested in trying it. But what exactly is it and why is it so popular? The Paleo Diet is a dietary plan based on foods that were consumed during the Paleolithic era, which was 2.5 million to 10,000 years ago. The bulk of the diet comprises of lean meats, fish, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Since dairy products, legumes, and grains were not consumed during the Paleolithic era, they are to be avoided. The idea behind the Paleo Diet is to eat in a way that is more similar to the way early humans ate, as our bodies might be better adapted to this way of eating. If this sounds interesting and you have been looking to adopt a new way of healthy eating, then the Paleo Diet might be exactly for you. Welcome back to the Good Health Gorilla. In today's video, we'll be going over 10 tips you need to know before switching to paleo-based eating. If you're brand new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and leave us a comment down below letting us know what other topics you would like for us to cover on the channel. We are always eager to hear your suggestions and hope that the general advice we provide today will help you reach your weight loss goals. Now, without further ado, let's begin. Number 1. Do your research. But don't worry, we've done the heavy lifting for you. The Paleo Diet is not the easiest one to follow, as there are a lot of rules regarding what you can and cannot eat. That's why it's probably better to research the Paleo Diet thoroughly before deciding to commit, so you at least know what you're getting into. You can start by researching the basic principles of the Paleo Diet and look up some of the recipes to see what your daily eating plan might look like. This way, you will be able to tell if the Paleo Diet is something you can see yourself doing on a long-term basis. Number 2. Clean out the kitchen and stock up your pantry. As we've said, the Paleo Diet can be quite restrictive, and it might be harder for you to commit to your new eating habits if you are surrounded by temptations. That's why you should wave goodbye to everything in your pantry with gluten, dairy, sugar, legumes, and corn. After you've done a proper clean out of your pantry, it's time to stock it back up, as you will want your paleo cooking staples to be easily accessible. You can Google some paleo pantry guides, but some essential items include coconut aminos, canned salmon, sardines, coconut milk, avocado oil, nuts, seeds, and spices. Always make sure to have on hand some paleo-friendly snacks for when you're feeling a little peckish. There are many paleo snacks recipes on the internet, so pick a few to meal prep every week. If you are not feeling like cooking, many health food stores now carry delicious paleo-friendly snacks that you can purchase and stock at home for later use. Number 3. Select 3 breakfasts, lunches, and dinners you know and love. Cooking paleo can take a while to get used to, which is why it's highly advised that you pick 3 recipes you love for each meal of the day. This way, it will make meal prepping easier and you will save time looking for new recipes every week. Once you are more familiar with paleo cooking, you can start adding variations to your favorite meals. For example, if one of your staple meals is burgers, you can alternate between chicken, beef, turkey, or lamb burgers. You can also try a new side dish to go with your burgers every week. Different combinations of the same meal will keep things interesting but simplify your cooking. There is nothing wrong with cooking a fancy and elaborate meal once in a while. But if we are being honest, life gets busy and it is just not a sustainable weekly habit. Number 4. Save money by buying in bulk. The Paleo Diet is often criticized for being too expensive, but there are things you can do to significantly cut down your cost. One of those is buying in bulk. Some non-perishable items found in the bulk section like almond flour, nuts, seeds, dried fruits, nut butter, and coconut oil can be significantly cheaper than when purchased already packaged. Keep an eye out for discounts at your favorite bulk stores and buy these items in large quantities. Not only will this save you money, but it will also save time since you won't have to go out shopping for these items every week. Number 5. Make the basics from scratch. Another tip to save money when following the Paleo Diet is to avoid purchasing the basics and start making them from scratch. Although this can be a little time consuming, it can save you money in the long run. Some of the staples you can make at home include sauerkraut, ghee, bone broth, kombucha, nut milk, and mayonnaise. Many websites are also offering free tutorials on how to make these paleo basics, and it's often easier than you think. Number 6. Cook enough food for leftovers. When you cook, do not just do it for one meal, as leftovers are your new best friend. Meal planning is very important when following the Paleo Diet, and it is usually recommended to have at least one big cook-up per week. Plan to make multiple portions for each meal, store them, and have them ready to go for the coming week. If you are not feeling like always prepping full meals, make sure to prepare your food items in bulk. For example, make a big batch of roasted vegetables that you can use in your meals throughout the week, or roast a full chicken that you can later use in soups or salads. Number 7. Plan for emergencies by freezing some meals. Frozen meals are super practical for the days you have nothing in the fridge or when you just don't feel like cooking. You can pack your freezer with soups, sauces, and other freezer-friendly dishes. You should know that some meals are easier to freeze than others, as some food items, like vegetables, may change texture when frozen. However, in most cases, although the texture of the dish might change a little, the taste should remain the same. Example of freezer-friendly items include soups, curries, homemade tomato sauce, and pre-cooked shredded meat. You should also make sure to pack your food in freezer-friendly containers to avoid freezer burns and keep your food fresh. For best results, it's better to thaw your meals in the fridge before reheating them. Number 8. Pick a mentor. There are countless resources out there for people who wish to follow a paleo diet, and it is easy to get overwhelmed. There are many blogs, Instagram accounts, and YouTube channels discussing the paleo diet and sharing recipes along with tips and tricks. You do not have to follow everyone, and in fact, it's probably better to pick 2 or 3 resources to focus on. You can look at those for food inspiration and nutrition tips. If you start losing interest in one of them, do not be afraid to switch it up and find someone else to follow. Number 9. Be kind towards yourself. Changing your eating habits can be difficult, and you may not always succeed on your first try, especially when you are trying to adopt a diet with many rules like the paleo diet. That's why it's important to be patient and to allow space for some mistakes. The first few days are especially hard, and if you accidentally eat sugar during this time, it's more than okay. Do not dwell on it, move on, and get back on track at your next meal. We tend to be really hard on ourselves, but know that there is no such thing as perfection. Being overly harsh towards yourself is counterproductive and will only get in the way of your success. You should be proud of any progress, no matter how small. If at first you are only able to follow the paleo diet for 75% of the time, then you know you are on the right track. The paleo diet can be hard to follow at times, but it should never be a source of stress or worry. As you get used to the paleo rules and as it becomes a bigger part of your routine, you can work your way up to practicing the paleo lifestyle 100% of the time. And finally, number 10, make positive lifestyle changes to minimize stress. If you decide to adopt the healthy eating principles of the paleo diet, it's probably because you aim to have a healthier lifestyle in general. Stress is one of the biggest enemies of healthy living, and you should aim to keep it at a minimum. To do so, you should optimize your healthy lifestyle and introduce other positive changes in your life. For example, exercising 2 or 3 times per week is not only beneficial to physical health, but can be one of the tools you use to decrease your levels of stress. Making an effort to stay hydrated is another healthy habit you can choose to focus on. Aim for 8 glasses of water a day, and maybe more if you're exercising a lot. Getting enough sleep should be another resolution of yours. In general, a normal adult needs 7 to 8 hours of sleep a day to be functioning at their full potential. Stress and sleep are also closely related, which means that insufficient sleep can cause your stress levels to increase. If you are the type of person who struggles to fall asleep at night, make sure to research sleep hygiene to learn how to promote deep and restorative sleep. So there you have it, all the tips and tricks you'll need to successfully transition to a paleo diet. We hope you found the video useful and that it was the motivation you needed to get started on your journey towards a healthier lifestyle. Do you know anyone who has done the paleo diet? What about any additional tips for this primal eating protocol? And what other topics would you like to see covered on this channel? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next fun and informative video on nutrition. Until next time.